What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. It's Dev. We are here for my movie review, not a reaction, or for a review, not like a critic review. I'm not going to go into like insane amount of like just locked in. I just want to give my thoughts on the new Deadpool and Wolverine film directed by Sean Levy. He's done a lot of stuff. Big rom-com guy back in the day. Just Real Steel and a few other things I don't exactly remember. I really do like Real Steel. Got an MCU film and something kind of connected to the Fox universe, a kind of farewell, if you want to say that. And I thought it was very well done. I got to see it again. I didn't exactly love it. I want to call it slop, but at the same time, I could tell it was handled with care. Like the people who made it were just fans. The writers, Sean Levy, Ryan Reynolds especially, and Hugh. Like that was the big thing about this movie for me, was that chemistry between Ryan and Hugh Jackman, Deadpool and Wolverine, Wade Wilson and Logan. Really, really solid performance from both of them. You know what I mean? The script, it was kind of all over the place. The plot, everything. But it worked. It didn't feel too big. It did feel condensed. Now, there was moments where like the fourth wall breaks and just some of the snarky comments and all that. Like, you're just like, that's Deadpool. If you're not a Deadpool fan and you don't like the gimmick, you're not going to really care much. You're just going to be like, oh, it's stupid. But I've always enjoyed Deadpool. Really loved the Deadpool the game. That shit was one of my first introductions into Deadpool. Obviously, X-Men Origins Wolverine was because as a kid, I didn't really read that many I didn't read any Deadpool comics, but X-Men Origins kind of got me into Deadpool, and I was like, oh, this shit's fire. And then the game was awesome, and then, got into a lot of the Deadpool stories. Deadpool, kills the Marvel Universe. I love that shit. That shit's fire. Deadpool and Spider-Man connection, love that. Hopefully we see that in the future. Deadpool, Daredevil, Spider-Man, peak, need it. But it was a lighthearted, fun film. Obviously it had its very R moments for a Disney film, which is insane. It's a lot of fun. And if you don't like it, I get it. It's kind of just the MCU and Marvel as of late has just been disappointing. The fatigue is real. Now, I will say this movie kind of brought me back. I was like, yes. There's a lot of things I really did want to see. I'm not going to go into spoilers, really. I don't want to, just because it's the first few days after the release, so give people time to see it. Thoughts, and it was a fun movie. And the cameos. There was things that I expected that didn't happen, but there was things that I didn't think of, but also thought of that happened. There's one cameo in particular and one character and casting that I really loved, and you'll know what I'm talking about, Cher. You know what I'm talking about, Cher. Few jokes in there that are like that might age insanely over the next few years regarding a specific film that just keeps going through writers and directors, I'm pretty sure, and they can't seem to get the film made. It's gone through so many rewrites and all that, so who the fuck knows what's gonna happen. There was a lot of humor. The action was awesome. The opening scene, fantastic. Love that shit. Yeah, that opening credits I really enjoyed. There was a scene at the end, or not a scene, but during the end credits, there was a nice little video montage playing on the side that really did hit home for me. I was like, Ryan Reynolds is great. I'm not the biggest Ryan Reynolds fan, but I do find him funny. At times I find him cringe, but at the same time, he's just another actor. He was pretty good at his job. Like, I like Free Guy. A lot of people don't like Free Guy. I like Free Guy, and I like him as Deadpool is his role. That is his role, and he's excellent at it. He's made for it. You know what I mean? It's awesome. Same with Hugh Jackman. They're gonna use him till he's 90, which we'll see if that comes true. It was a fun movie. It does get me excited for the future, and obviously if you guys have saw at San Diego Comic-Con during the Hall H deal, there's a lot of things with Thunderbolts. We're also getting the Fantastic Four first steps. Not a big fan of the title specifically. It'll grow, and I do enjoy the casting now. I think the casting is pretty good. We'll see how I feel about Johnny Storm. That's the only one I'm kind of Pedro, I was like but now kind of seeing what they showed and just the concept art and the and all that, and the kind of the 60s vibe that they're running with. I really enjoy it. We saw their I can't wait. I can't wait for the Fantastic Four. It's gonna be so good. And then we had the big announcements of Doomsday, Secret Wars. It's gonna be crazy with Robert Downey Jr. coming back to the MCU now as a villain in Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. You know, I have my thoughts. I have my opinion. I'm not as mad as a lot of diehard just comic book readers instead of the general on it. I understand. Whitewashing, yet again, done by Marvel and Disney. But, gotta be honest, you could have saw this move coming. The MCU has been in a decline. They've been doing different stuff. People aren't really enjoying it. I'm enjoying things here and there. I didn't like Secret Invasion. Did not fuck with that. She-Hulk was okay. There is just a lot of mid in the MCU right now. Loki and Spider-Man are like the two things for me that were great. Multiverse of Madness was good. Shang-Chi was good. Eternals was forgettable and it had its moments. Like Thor sucked. There's been a lot of mid, and hopefully this brings us back into kind of what we know. You know, good stories, good heartfelt moments, awesome action, and even I wouldn't mind seeing the people that they built up from this phase. What phase are we? Phase 4, phase 5, whatever it is, with Disney Plus and the shows and all of that. So we'll see. The multiverse saga, Doctor Doom, RDJ. He's a great actor. So I don't have any worries about him not doing a good job, but they gotta get it right. They gotta get it right. And I know he's not going to be the mainline Doctor Doom. It's just he's too old. You have so many stories you can tell with Doctor Doom, and a lot of it based with his backstory and, you know, his mom and Mephisto, his father, you know, a lot of his background, where he's from. Need those stories. And obviously building up to Secret Wars, all that. I hope it's good. And then Secret Wars, who the fuck knows what's going to happen. It's probably going to be insane. I have a feeling both Doomsday and Secret Wars are probably going to be billion-dollar movies. Probably, depending on how the build-up is. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to top Infinity War and Endgame levels of hype. Is the Beyonder a villain that would bring that? Doctor Doom is. Is Galactus a villain that could bring in a lot of money? And eyes and seats? Probably. The Beyonder? Sure. I mean, he's a great villain. Kinda. If you want to consider him. I mean, yeah. But, hey, who knows? But, back on the topic. Deadpool and Wolverine. I really enjoyed it. I need to see it another time. In terms of like these big nostalgia acts of films that we've had with No Way Home and now this, I still think No Way Home is better in my eyes. I had more. That film was special, and this was cool too. This was really fun. I had a good time, but I don't know if it's Marvel fatigue. It might be that. It might, but who knows? I still enjoyed it though. I still had a good time. Most of the jokes hit. There was one thing that I kind of cringed at, was the coexist. Like it kind of just like on the bumper sticker or whatever it was. It kind of just camera, panned down and boom, stayed on there for like a solid 5 seconds. Too long, and you're just like, oh, okay, right on, man, right on. But hey, Israel committing a genocide. They are the true bad guys, ladies and gentlemen. Netanyahu, not a good guy. Not a good guy, man. Regardless, Deadpool and Wolverine, directed by Sean Levy, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, star-studded cast. Did I enjoy it? I did. What would I rate it? I don't know. I do need to see it another time. It is one of the better MCU films and Marvel films that we've gotten over the years. And TV shows, combined it all. It is one of the better ones. From S tier to F, I would probably put it in either B or A. Low A, high B. I don't think it's the greatest thing ever. It is a lot of fun, though. It is a lot. Like, you're not going to be bored unless you're just a generational hater like a lot of people online are. It's insane. But, hey, I enjoyed this film. I hope you guys, if you guys have seen it, let me know what you guys thought. If you guys enjoyed my review, if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for daily videos every single day. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram, and all social media down in the description below. And we'll catch you for another video.